Greetings from Southern Yankee Homestead. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Today we're doing part 2 of our herb garden. Yes, that kind of herb, if you missed part 1. We're going to be setting up the planter box, or the raised bed, for the herb garden. I'm starting here at the driveway because I want to show you where we're going to be doing it. So, while we're traveling to the position, there are certain stipulations with this, as I described in the previous video. We are going to be putting this in the one spot that I think we can get away with it not being visible from the road. Once we get the box in place, then I'll double check. But down here around the back corner of our house, I believe right about in this area, within sight of the goats, I think right here is where we're going to put it. So if you look over my shoulder there, the road is right in there somewhere, but it dips, so you don't get a view of this corner of the yard. Yeah. The other side to that is, this is one of the few spots we have we could get direct sunlight for this. There'll be minimal amount of shade. We will get shade later in the evening, first thing in the morning. Most of the daylight will be here though, and we'll have good light throughout. So I guess the only thing left to do is go ahead and get that box moved over here so that we can get it leveled. Oh, side note, it's supposed to be a heat index of around 100 today, so I can't guarantee that the camera is going to last all day, or that we're going to be able to get all of this filmed. It's going to be hot. That'll work. Well, this is the location it's going to be at least I'm pretty sure. What we're going to do now is we're going to go down to the street and make sure, which I'm pretty sure, yeah, so right here is going to be good. In fact, we could even come out to here. It's still a ways away. Man, the septic tank's ranked today. Woo. Yeah. Septic field. Or septic tank. Back there's the leach field. Probably edit that out. Or put it in the outtakes. I don't know. It's a crappy situation. Alright, I'm standing in the shade for this part because it's bloody hot out. Anyhow, you see our first step in the background. We're going to do a sort of hugelkultur bed. The reason we're doing that is because of, well, one, cost. We have almost nothing invested in this right now other than some screws that I had already paid for. The wood hadn't paid anything for. The tools hadn't paid anything for. So effectively we're at free. And we're going to try to keep this at free. With that, we still have to fill the bed. Unfortunately, we don't have any cardboard right now, or else we would have used that. But realistically, you never know what's in the cardboard itself. So we're going to start out with some hay. Yes, I said hay. The first layer that we're going to put in here is basically some hay that our goats won't eat. And yes, if you're shocked at that one, we found hay that our goats won't eat. We have about 9 bales, so yeah, we're gonna use it for something. But I took some notes. Going off our dimensions, this is about 1.19 cubic yards in this 4x8 bed. It's a little bit less, but just for ease of math, we went 4x8 and came up to 1.19 yards, which is 32.13 cubic foot. I know, numbers, but this is good to let you know. 4x8, 1 foot tall, is approximately 1.19 yards. Now, potting mix varies in price. Just a quick search at our local Lowe's was $4 and some change per bag up to $14 per bag. And the standard one that shows up first is 0.8355 cubic yards or 25 quarts according to online. That bag is about $9 a bag. So doing the math, that would be about 39 bags of potting mix to fill this one bed. That would come out to $351 plus tax. Yeah, so figure 375. We're not gonna be 375. We're gonna scrape up what we can to make this bed. Ideally, it would have been done last fall, but unfortunately last fall they hadn't passed the law that said we can grow what we're gonna grow in here. So we're in June, going on July, doing this now. Is what it is. By scraping up material to put in here, later in the video you're going to see we're literally going to scrape some stuff up to put in here. Literally. But in the meantime, let's start with the hay, and then we're going to top it with yesterday's grass clippings. Oh, and these are grass clippings from where we ran the chickens earlier this year. The chicken tractor across the front yard. These are primo grass clippings. Trust me, they were really green, really tall, really thick. So it should help put some of the nitrogen back in as they break down. Now that we got the first 2 layers in, we're going to go ahead and put in some partially broken down compost. This is our leaf compost from last year. It's got leaves and grass and gumballs and all kinds of other stuff in it that don't break down as easily. So we're going to put that in next, and then we'll see how much more we may or may not want to add after that. Now I know what you're saying, but there's no growing media in there. There will be. Give this about a week and I'm willing to bet that it's going to be at least 6 inches lower than it is right now. But we're not done yet. We're going to mound it. So the next step is I'm going to collect every plant pot we have around here that doesn't have a plant growing in it, and we're going to throw that dirt in here. It's not bad dirt, it's just it's been used and needs to be replenished. So we're going to go ahead and throw whatever's in there in here. thing. That's not enough dirt. You need a lot more dirt than that. And while you're saying it, you would be right. We do need a lot more dirt. So where are we going to source free dirt? Well, we have one location that we can utilize. What I'm going to do is, in about an hour, we're going to let the chickens to do their free range in the afternoon. I'm going to come in here with a hoe and probably a rake and a shovel, and we're going to go ahead and dig out some of this fine chicken crap that we got in here. Even though nothing is growing in here, that's because the chickens pretty much keep it mowed flat. If anything had a chance, they'd be plucking it as soon as it starts sprouting. So this should be some very good, rich dirt that we can use for the top of that raised bed. So, guess we'll see you again in an hour. Well, it's not exactly level. Didn't expect it would be. But it is filled up. It's going to compress over the next couple days as the air works its way out. Tomorrow, maybe rain. More than likely Friday, we're going to get rain. So that will thoroughly soak this. We'll continue to water it over the next couple days, and well, by the time you come back to it or you see it next, it should be quite a bit shorter than it is now. One of the reasons why I push the sides in like that is so when it rains, any water that's on top runs down into it. I don't want the water to run off and for the soil to be pushed out. Once it's thoroughly soaked, that won't be a problem, but the ground that I put on there, the dirt from the chicken run, is pretty dry right now. We haven't got rain in a couple days and that stuff's pretty compressed as it is. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Helps us out on the analytics, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So we'll see you on the next one. Bye.